One small code has convinced thousands of drivers that they need a brand new transmission, and it's costing people thousands of dollars they never needed to spend. If your check engine light just came on and your scanner showed P0700, don't panic. And whatever you do, don't agree to a transmission rebuild until you've watched this video. That little code doesn't actually tell you what's broken. It simply tells you where to start looking and understanding that one difference could save you a fortune. If you enjoy learning how to diagnose car problems instead of throwing money at unnecessary repairs, make sure you subscribe. Every week, we break down the trouble codes that confuse drivers the most and show you how to fix them the right way. Let's get one thing straight. P0700 is not a transmission failure code. It's a notification. Think of it like a smoke alarm. The alarm tells you there's a problem somewhere in the house, but it doesn't tell you whether it's burnt toast in the kitchen or an electrical fire in the garage. That's exactly how P0700 works. When the transmission control module, also known as the TCM, detects a problem, it sends a request to the engine computer to switch on the check engine light. The engine computer stores P0700, simply to let you know the transmission module has information waiting to be read. The problem is that many people never see that information. Most budget code readers only communicate with the engine computer. They'll happily display P0700, but they can't access the transmission control module where the real fault code is stored. That's why so many drivers assume the worst. They only have half the story. To find the real cause, you need a scanner capable of reading transmission data. Once you retrieve the companion code, everything changes. Instead of guessing, you're working with real information. That companion code might point to a faulty speed sensor, a shift solenoid, a temperature sensor, a torque converter issue, or a gear ratio problem. Those faults have completely different causes, completely different repair procedures, and completely different costs. Let's look at a few examples. A P0741 usually points to the torque converter clutch not locking properly. If you've noticed your engine revving higher than normal while cruising on the highway, or your fuel economy getting worse, this could be the reason. On several GM models equipped with the 6L80 transmission, this problem is often traced back to wear inside the valve body rather than a failed transmission. In many cases, replacing or upgrading the valve body solves the issue without rebuilding the transmission. Another common companion code is P0720, which relates to the output speed sensor. This sensor tells the transmission computer how fast the output shaft is turning. If it starts sending incorrect information or stops communicating altogether, the transmission can shift harshly, hesitate between gears, or even cause the speedometer to stop working while you're driving. The good news is that the sensor itself is usually affordable and, on many vehicles, can be replaced without removing the transmission. Then there are shift solenoid codes, such as P0750 through P0755. Most people immediately assume the solenoid has failed, but that's not always the case. One of the most overlooked problems is the wiring connector leading into the transmission. Heat, moisture, and corrosion can create poor electrical connections, making the computer believe a perfectly good solenoid has failed. Before replacing any electrical component, disconnect the connector and examine every pin carefully. Look for corrosion, damaged terminals, broken clips, or signs that water has entered the plug. Temperature sensor codes deserve the same approach. If your companion code falls between P0711 and P0714, the transmission fluid temperature sensor may be the culprit. Surprisingly, many vehicles continue driving almost normally with this fault. Sometimes the only symptom is the check engine light itself. Again, that's why reading the companion code is so important. Every one of these problems can trigger P0700, yet none of them automatically means the transmission is worn out. Before you buy a single part, there's another check you should never skip. Take a look at the transmission fluid. It sounds basic, but transmission fluid is responsible for far more than lubrication. It creates the hydraulic pressure that allows the transmission to shift correctly. When the fluid level drops too low or the fluid begins breaking down, pressure falls, clutches slip, shifts become erratic, and the computer starts storing fault codes. If your vehicle has a transmission dipstick, warm the vehicle to operating temperature, park on level ground, and inspect both the level and the condition of the fluid. Healthy fluid should appear bright red or pink and have very little odor. If it's dark brown, smells burnt, or looks dirty, it has likely lost much of its protective ability. Old fluid can't handle heat the way fresh fluid can, and that alone can create symptoms that make people think the transmission has failed. In many cases, replacing the fluid and filter restores proper operation before more serious damage occurs. Heat, friction, and time eventually break down every transmission fluid, regardless of what the marketing says. If this video has already saved you from making an expensive mistake, do me a quick favor and hit the like button. It helps this video reach more drivers before they spend thousands of dollars replacing parts they never needed. Now we've ruled out the easy problems. The next step is to check something that causes countless unnecessary transmission repairs every year. The next thing you need to inspect is the transmission control module and its wiring. It may not sound as exciting as replacing parts, but electrical problems are responsible for far more transmission complaints than most people realize. Depending on your vehicle, the TCM may be mounted directly on the transmission or somewhere inside the engine bay. Either way, it's constantly exposed to heat, vibration, moisture, and road grime. Over time, those conditions can lead to corroded terminals, damaged wiring, or loose connections that interrupt communication between the module and the transmission. When that happens, the transmission computer starts receiving inaccurate information. Suddenly, you have harsh shifts, delayed gear changes, random warning lights, or fault codes that seem to disappear as quickly as they appeared. Before replacing expensive components, unplug the connector and inspect it carefully. Look for green or white corrosion, bent pins, damaged locking tabs, or signs that water has entered the connector. If everything looks dirty, clean the terminals with electrical contact cleaner before reconnecting them. Now let's talk about the codes that make most people nervous. P0731 through P0734, also known as gear ratio codes. These codes appear when the transmission computer commands a particular gear but doesn't see the gear ratio it expects. At first, that sounds like internal transmission damage, and sometimes it is, but it's not the only possibility. Remember, the transmission calculates gear ratios using information from its speed sensors. If one of those sensors is giving incorrect readings, the computer can believe the transmission is slipping even when it isn't. That's why live data is so valuable. Instead of relying only on stored trouble codes, monitor the input and output shaft speeds while driving. If the transmission shifts smoothly and the vehicle feels normal, but the speed readings suddenly drop out or don't match what the transmission is doing, you're probably looking at a sensor or wiring issue. If, however, the engine revs climb during shifts, the transmission slips under acceleration, or it struggles to stay in gear, then you're dealing with a genuine mechanical problem. Even then, don't assume the transmission needs a complete rebuild. Many modern automatic transmissions develop wear inside the valve body long before the internal clutch packs wear out. Hydraulic pressure leaks past worn valves, causing delayed or inconsistent shifts. Replacing or rebuilding the valve body often restores normal operation without removing the transmission from the vehicle. Let's look at the numbers. A transmission fluid and filter service usually costs between $60 and $150 if you're doing the work yourself. An output speed sensor typically costs $25 to $120. A transmission fluid temperature sensor generally falls between $30 and $100. Individual shift solenoids often range from $40 to $200, while the complete solenoid pack can cost anywhere from $150 to $500, depending on the vehicle. A valve body replacement usually falls between $300 and $900. Even replacing the transmission control module is often less expensive than rebuilding the transmission, although programming the new module will increase the total cost. Compare those repairs with a complete transmission rebuild, which commonly starts around $2,500 and can easily exceed $4,500. That's exactly why proper diagnosis matters. Most P0700 problems never reach that worst-case scenario. Unfortunately, some people hear the word transmission, see one warning code, and immediately prepare for the biggest repair bill imaginable. Whenever you see P0700, follow the same simple process. First, retrieve the transmission's companion code using a scanner that can access the TCM. Second, inspect the transmission fluid for the correct level and condition. Third, examine the electrical connectors, wiring, and ground connections. Fourth, use live data to verify that the sensors are reporting accurate information before replacing any parts. Only after those checks should you consider the possibility of internal transmission damage. It helps you avoid replacing perfectly good parts based on assumptions. The biggest lesson from today's video is simple. P0700 isn't telling you that your transmission has failed. It's telling you that your transmission wants your attention. The real answer is hidden in the companion code, and until you read it, you're only guessing. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who's trying to figure out why their transmission light just came on. In our next video, we're tackling another trouble code that frustrates drivers everywhere. P0442 evap small leak detected. A lot of people replace the gas cap and hope for the best, but that's rarely the whole story. I'll show you a step-by-step process for finding the actual leak, testing the EVAP system properly, and fixing the problem without wasting money on parts you don't need. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.